Welcome back to another review, this time for the anime Oshi Season 3, which had 11 episodes and was airing in winter of 2026. Synopsis on any list. Third season, story enters a new stage. It has been 6 months since Pop-In 2 was released. Thanks to Mem Show's hard work, Bikomachi is about to get their major break. Aqua is a multi-talented entertainer, and Akane's career as a talented actress is going smoothly. Meanwhile, Kana lost the cheerfulness she once had. To track down the truth behind Ai and Gora's death, Ruby keeps rising in the entertainment world, using lies as a weapon. So we have season 3, and oh boy. We continue the story. We now have Ruby, the one that is leading the charge. Meanwhile, Aqua takes a back seat. He's content. He got his answer. Everything is fine. And Ruby, now being the more or less Aqua at home, the Dark Star Aqua at home, trying to take over this revenge plot. There is so much going on in this season. We have multiple revelations, essentially. Stuff we can't really talk about, to be honest. Gonna talk about this later. Also, we have a double header for the final episode. The final episode is 50 minutes long, and it was fantastic. I really enjoyed this season. Again, we have the main story we are still following with our characters. We get to see old favorites again, like Akane, Kana, naturally, Mem Show, Best Girl. We also get a little bit more behind the scenes, which I really enjoy. I like the little peek behind the scenes of, you know, how stuff is normally handled, how it happens. There's a lot of drama going on again. And the final episode is really well done. I really like the season. I'm going into ratings now, and then I'm going to talk about some spoilers. So, AnyList has it at 84%. Keep in mind that the final episodes ratings are not in yet, just for your information. So 84% on any list. My anime list has 8.67. For me, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. It just is a really good episode. We got so much stuff going on. A lot of stuff is happening like we want. The drama is through the roof. The final episode was devastating and fantastic. Really enjoyed the season. Again, the ratings on my anime list and any list do not reflect the final episode. A lot of people will it takes a little bit for a lot of people to get through 50 minutes. Now, we can talk a little bit about spoilers. So, in this season, we naturally follow Ruby on her dark path and how she uses lies and deception. She's not really bad. She's just less good, so to say. She's not Aqua. Aqua is really, whenever he was on the revenge path, he was using and doing stuff that Ruby never really thought of. And this is also one of the problems we had this season. Ruby was willing to take revenge, but she didn't really have a plan. She just went along with the ideas that she got presented, and there was never really a big idea what is happening whenever she finds her target. She just went with the flow, it felt like. Again, more spoilers up ahead. We finally get to meet Ichigo again, our, more or less the founder of the Ichigo production. And we find out that he was the one helping Ruby the whole time, which makes sense. Ruby not very smart. However, she's very good at using material that you give her. So you are telling her, here you go. This is the direction you need to run. She is running, and she's good at that. If you give her the right pointers, she can work with that. Naturally, Aqua thought the whole time, hey, my revenge is gone. My dad is dead. Naturally, we find out that that is not correct. And Aqua also finds out. He has his whole breakdown, very emotionally charged. All his relationships more or less break down overnight. His whole relationship with his sister, with his girlfriend, with Kana. All of these relationships break down really quickly, one after the other. He's alone at some point, which is very scary. However, he, on his revenge path, he's willing to do whatever he has to, which is very scary. And the only person that really understands him is Akane. But even that relationship breaks down because Akane is willing to do what she has to. Again, more spoiler. At this point, it's spoiler heaven. The whole thing that Akane was willing to go more or less to prison for Aqua was insane. The whole, relationship between Kana and Aqua breaking down because he had this emotional breakdown, which Kana did not really understand, which is fair. She's young. But the whole blackmail and Kana going down the same road that Akane did in season 1, but she was able to pull herself out of that. Meanwhile, Akane had to have Aqua more or less help her. The whole point that Aqua was tracking her, the whole 2 seasons previous is insane reveal. So much stuff going on in the season. Again, we see a little bit of the dad of the revenge target. Not much though. We don't really know much about him in the grand scheme. There are some revelations we got that, if you think about it, is insane. We find out that I believe he was 15, while I was 16 as she got pregnant. Which, again, spoiler, if you think about it, it's fine. However, Aqua has an older half-brother by like 3 years or so that also has the same dad as him, which means that his dad got someone pregnant at 12, and we know the mom is not young, which means that there is a lot of questionable stuff going on. But we did not really get any confirmation. This is just the information we got. You can put one on one together. And the last episode was really incredible. The whole reveals, and we see Ruby still trying to believe that her mom loved her, which she sadly did not, or it seems like she did not. Her breaking down, Aqua being there for her. It was such a devastating scene. She was not willing to accept it. She didn't accept Aqua as someone close to her. She pushed him away. Him then revealing, again spoiler, that he is the sensei that she knew from her past life was it was such a incredible emotional scene the whole way through, which brought her a 180 to Ruby. She now on the good side again. She's, you know, the whole season, the whole series over, Aqua is like a siscon. He cares a lot about his sister. He wants to protect her. Makes sense with I being dead. He's the man of the house. He is the one who has to protect Ruby at all costs. And now that Ruby knows that Aqua is her sensei, okay. You know the fandom, oh, Kana plus Aqua, Akane plus Aqua. Now the Ruby and Aqua ship is not so unlikely. People are gonna have a field day with that one. And she's very clingy and insane at some points. We then get the whole, that is, we get a backstory to Miyako, how she came to join the strawberry production. We see her, let's say, reuniting with Ichigo-san in a which is, that was funny because we only heard what happened after they reunited, that she more or less convinced him or coerced him, and if he would not listen, she would potentially sue him. And whenever he was not having that, she was Danken level. She would throw down, she would throw hands at him, which is insane. And now we have the whole gang back. We have Ichigo back in Ichigo Productions. We are starting the movie, the production. Next season is gonna be most likely the final, as you know, we got a new screen here. We will see. Everything is culminating for this final season. This is gonna be very interesting. We also saw more of the god or whatever it is, the silver-haired girl, which was, you know, the stuff she was saying, it was worthy of someone being punched straight up. And even Aqua had his revenge in the last episode, which I feel like was not what this god or whatever this is, entity, was expecting. This is gonna be very interesting how this turns out. Again, very enjoyable, fantastic season. I had no problems, like nothing. Animation great, characters are still great, it was just a fantastic season.